Hello everyone! Thanks for turning off the Blasphemy record so you can listen to Brain Smasher flap his maw and yap his gums about 2016's least worst metal records. Before we get started, a couple of these that I'm going to mention I don't have copies yet, sadly, for various reasons. So I will get into them further when I get to the album. My top 20 list was just published on No Clean Singing blog, which is an amazing metal resource that you should definitely be taking advantage of. So in the link below, I will have everything I talk about, as I do in every fucking video, and also a link to the little write-ups that I did about every single one of these, which is a little less off the cuff than this video is going to be. So the first record that I have was number 20, and I don't have a copy of it yet. 40 Watt Sun's new album, Wider Than the Sky, is emotionally amazing. It just connects with your emotions like you wouldn't think an album would be able to, at least with me anyways. I was already a huge fan of 40 Watt Sun, but I never expected them to do an album that just fucking cuts through every single bullshit that you have going on in your head, finds your like weakest vulnerability and just slices that string over and over and over. It's a huge record. It's so good. And it's not distributed in the United States by anything that I can find whatsoever, sadly. So until I'm ready to pony up like $28 to have the CD shipped over here, or $45 to have the LP shipped over here, I don't fucking have a copy of it. So that's number 20, 40 Watt Sun's Wider Than the Sky. Amazing album. Not even necessarily that much of a metal record, but I wanted to have this amazing album be known by people by having it in my list. So there you have number 20. Number 19 is Old Graves' Long Shadows. I've been waiting for this debut to come out for many years. I've been a big fan of Old Graves, and they showed a lot of potential. I ordered the copy of the CD several months ago off their Bandcamp. I don't know what's going on. I don't have it yet. But I gotta say, I was hoping for a little bit more out of the Old Graves debut. So maybe in a year or two, he'll have another full length that I do wind up liking more. I guess I'm just gonna have to rely on the This Ruin Beneath Snowfall EP, which came out last year, which was so fucking good. And the split with Paths was great. And even the demo was amazing. The full length is pretty damn good, and it's still good enough to make it on my top 20. But honestly, before I heard it, I thought I was going to be putting this album at number 1 on my list. So, a little let down, but it is really great. Old Graves is a super good Canadian black metal band, full of passion, quite a bit like our next artist on the list, which I do have a copy of. Panopticon's Revisions of the Past. Now, kind of a weird thing to be putting on my list because it isn't a new album, but these are 2 albums by Panopticon on the subject of mortality and social disservices, completely reworked, remixed, remastered, and they sound like brand new records. And I really think if you listen to those albums in the past and didn't quite get it or didn't quite fall in love with them, forget them. They have been rendered useless because these albums have been beautifully reworked, both artwork wise in this amazing digipack and on recording. Yeah, they just sound like wholly new albums. I've been really enjoying these and just realizing that the genius of Panopticon is not a newer thing. It goes many years back to these older albums. And in fact, a band that I was in when Bitter Spring Sleeps did a split with Panopticon, and half of that split is on here on the subject of mortality half. So that's that at number 18. Number 17, this is a new band to me, and honestly, I was already working on my list and before this popped up. So this was like a late entry into my top 20 list, but this album is so good. This is a band from Montana called Eneferens. Just a demo band. This CD is limited to 200 copies, so get one on the Bandcamp while you can. Wow, this comes with a little autograph card. Not a whole lot to speak of artwork-wise. By the way, the CD's in my car. But beautiful, beautiful instrumentation. The recording is incredible. Trying to think of what to compare this to, really. It's so well recorded, so diverse, really emotional and atmospheric. I can't say enough good things about this thing. I can't wait to hear what Eneferens does in the future. Next, we've got number 16. I did talk about this a couple of videos, I'm sure. This is Odal's Geistes Unruh, German black metal. This band is so fucking good, and this is kind of like a new age or new era for Odal. Next, I've got Lycus, Chasms. You know, like I said, a lot of these I will have already covered because I got them in since I've been doing videos. But this is Lycus's Chasms. Fucking amazing, amazing sludge, doom, atmospheric stuff from California. Members of Dispirit. That reminds me, I need to pick up some Dispirit stuff if there is any. But Relapse put this out. Shouldn't be hard to find. Awesome. You can't go wrong with this fucking Lycus album. And honestly, I don't know anything about Lycus's previous albums, so I'm going to be checking them out. Next, we've got Skuggflock from Stilla. This is a Swedish black metal band. This is out on Bindrun and Nordvis. This is a really, really unique black metal project. I would almost say it's like a progressive black metal band. Lots of just brimming with brilliant, great ideas as far as where this genre can go. Just a really thrilling album. Next, at number 13, this is Forteresse. Themes pour la rebellion on Sepulchral Productions. Get this album. Everybody's fucking raving about it. It's amazing. Super fucking speedy, energetic, melodic black metal from Quebec. Super good album. This one I talked about a couple of videos ago. Vordr, In the Shadow of the Wolf. Fucking Finnish headbanging black metal. It's just super raw, underproduced, nasty as fuck. Great riffs, great vocals, great drums. Nothing sketchy about it, thankfully. Killer fucking album. Check out Vordr's new one. Next, at number 12, I don't have a copy of Saor's Guardians. Apparently something's going on with Northern Sky's CD pressing, and there's a bunch of stuff backed up, and I guess Saor's Guardians is on its third press, and they finally approved, even though they were fucked up, I guess they approved something about the artwork because they were just so sick of delaying the printing. So I'm sure that, let's see, what's coming out. There's a couple things coming out on Northern Silence. One of them being the new Horn album. I know that's going to be delayed because of this whole fucking snafu. But yeah, great follow-up to the debut by Saor. Excellent instrumentation. The production is great. I'm still kind of getting acquainted to the new lineup. It's not really a thing I would change about the album. Beautiful, beautiful fucking record. It's just so vast and impressive. Let's see. Shit, I went out of order. Okay, so it was 13 Forteresse, 12 was Saor, and 11 was Vordr. Sorry about that. 10, Cult de Ghoules, Coven, or let's see, what was it? Evil Ways Instead of Love. That's what it is. You know, I talked about this about a video or two ago. Check it out. It fucking rules. Killer riffs. Awesome grungy production. And just unbelievable. The most unbelievable thing about it really is that it can keep your attention for an hour and 38 minutes with lots of diverse atmospheres. It comes off really theatrical, as it should, because it's a fucking black metal musical. What can you ask more of it? Next, coming in at number 9. I've talked about this 3 times now, but I can't say enough good things about this fucking record. Cantique, Lepreux, Cendres, Celestes, something like that. Quebecois black metal. I just dropped it. I would say I haven't heard much Sorcier de Glace, but if you're into that, you would probably be into this too. This is pretty similar to Forteresse. A little more melodic, a little more melancholic and drawn out and atmospheric, as I think Sorcier de Glace is. But this is a complete 180. Ghoulgotha. This is To Starve the Cross. This came out this summer. And this is number 8, by the way. Really inventive, super, super strange death metal. If you think that death metal is boring and stagnant, I challenge your thoughts with this album. Killer artwork, great lyrics, just tons of really strange, thought-provoking music going on. It's not often you hear music anymore that feels inspired to be original and actually following through with it and coming off as successfully really, really strange. Can't recommend Ghoulgotha enough. Marty, you're gonna love it. Next is Woman is the Earth. Oh man, this album is so good. This is number 6, Torch Our Final Night. Came out on Init Records. CD is super cheap. In fact, I think you can pick up a Splatter LP still for $15 from Init Records. Get this fucking album, guys. I can't recommend it enough. Atmospheric black metal. It's super passionate. A little bit of post-black metal to it. Catch them live if you can. Let's see. Just got this in tonight. This is number 5, Mare Cognitum, Lumniferous Aether. I've actually been kind of waiting to give this a full spin. I've been sampling it, and holy shit, it's incredible. As I knew it would be. But look at that, splatter wax. You can get the double splatter wax from Fallen Empire. I want to say still for $25. But man, this album is just like a fucking space metal juggernaut. Oh, it's so good. I can't wait to be giving this vinyl a spin. I've been listening to it on my headphones quite a bit, but kind of skipping around in anticipation of getting this beautiful double gatefold LP. Next, I've got Wedrujacy. Wait, did I skip over one? Yeah, I skipped over Darkthrone's Arctic Thunder. I just ordered a copy from Eroding Winds. Love that fucking album to death. I love Darkthrone. They're one of my favorite bands, and after their last album, I had pretty much counted them out for the count. I didn't really like that last album whatsoever, but the new one is an amazing return to form. Actually, a form that they haven't really ever taken, but it's back to like heavy metal, kind of verging on the border of black metal. So cooler riffs, really interesting drumming, just like Fenris is always reliable for. But I'm just so happy to be stoked about a Darkthrone record again. You know, it's been a really long time. I would say like before Ravishing Grimness was the last time I was stoked about a black metal record. So it's pretty weird to have that happening again. Okay, so number 4, Wedrujacy Wiatr. I'm not even going to try saying this Polish album, but guys, get this fucking album. It's so goddamn good. Atmospheric black metal, forest worshipping stuff from Poland. Yeah, you can get that from Wolf something Productions. I'll put a link in the description anyways. Next, this has pretty much been on everybody's list, and for good reason. Blood Incantation's Star Spawn, Astral Space Head death metal from Denver, Colorado. You know, these guys that are just totally redoing death metal the way it ought to be, borrowing from classic bands like, you know, Time Ghoul, Morbid Angel, stuff like that. Giving it their own spin. I can't wait to see what the future has in store for these guys. This album is so fucking good. So, coming in at number 2, Vektor Terminal fucking Redux. I talked about it a lot in my Amsterdam video. Killer album. You can't deny that this is an amazing and brilliant band, and this is probably their best album. First, oh, do I love this fucking album. Tardigrada Emotional Odinis. This came in at number 1. This is my favorite album of the year. And I decided that it was my favorite album of the year when I was on an airplane flying over the ocean on my way to Amsterdam, and I totally fell in love with it. If you need convincing on how brilliant this album is, listen to the title track. Just soak in those vocals, those harmonic guitar leads. They're just pulling at your heartstrings, man. I'm just really excited to have a band that's pretty new to me, just blowing me the fuck away for once. So that's my top 20. Thanks for checking it out. I know it's kind of short, but I've talked about these records in various other stages like my Instagram and on the No Clean Singing article. So if you want to see a little bit more elaborate of my opinions on these albums, check out my No Clean Singing in the description below. What was your favorite top 10, 20, 5, 1 albums of the year? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for subscribing, and keep it metal.